This video provides an overview of the areas of knowledge in TOK. We previously discussed how easily humans are overwhelmed by stimuli and our need to subdivide and categorize stimuli in order to process and make sense of it. To help us process the vast concepts of knowledge, the IB has categorized it into 8 areas of knowledge. You might have noticed that this graphic only features 6 areas of knowledge: ethics, history, human sciences, natural sciences, math, and the arts. This is because these are the areas of knowledge covered at DAA. We do not cover religious knowledge systems and indigenous knowledge systems. Please note that understanding religious knowledge systems is not the same as understanding one's own religion and should not be mistaken as such. Please do not explore religious or indigenous knowledge systems in projects during this course, as you will not have the skills to tackle these areas. You have been warned. You might have also noticed that this graphic looks very similar to the IB graphics featuring the 6 categories of IB courses: language, language acquisition, individuals and societies, sciences, math, and the arts. TOK is at the heart of the IB, and it is connected to all courses. If we overlay them, the similarities are even more evident. The arts, math, and natural sciences align easily, but there are 3 differences. The language courses are absorbed into all the areas of knowledge. Conversely, ethics is an area of knowledge that is born out of all subjects. And finally, please note that Group 3, Individuals and Societies, is divided into 2 areas of knowledge: history and human sciences. Why is it important that we see the overlay of the areas of knowledge and the IB courses? TOK gives you the opportunity to re-examine knowledge you've acquired, both in your classes and in real life. By looking at the areas of knowledge and your IB courses together, you may notice opportunities you may have been overlooking. Besides course similarities, how does the IB justify making these categories? The IB groups knowledge communities by similarities in scope and application, language and concept, methodology, and historical development. Hopefully, this sounds really familiar to you. Yeah, the IB created these umbrella groups using the knowledge framework. Of course, these are still very broad groupings. All areas of knowledge can be subdivided into disciplines. Let's use natural sciences as an example. All natural science disciplines share some similarities. They all seek to explain the natural world. Most value empirical evidence, although some physicists have a slightly different take on that. And the methodologies used to produce and validate knowledge are very similar. I feel like we've had enough review because you should be familiar with all this. So let's try to level up. When we get down to specifics, there are so many different disciplines in the natural sciences, and each one has its own objective and perspective. We could compare different claims made by the same discipline, for example, biology, and this would result in a deep dive into the discipline of biology. Or we could use the knowledge framework to compare disciplines within the same area of knowledge. For example, we could compare astronomy, the study of space, with botany, the study of plants. Not only would the claims differ, so would the nuances of the knowledge framework. Such a comparison would prompt us to explore different approaches that can be taken while trying to explain the natural world. We'd explore why a seemingly straightforward quest can take so many different paths and why such divergences can have unforeseen effects. Furthermore, we should keep in mind that not all areas of knowledge see such diversity between their own disciplines. For example, when the area of knowledge of math is subdivided into disciplines, you'll notice the framework remains quite similar, even when perspectives and opinions differ. This is the same for ethics and history. But areas of knowledge like the arts, natural sciences, and human sciences will see more diversity in their own disciplines. Why is this important to note? As we begin exploring separate areas of knowledge, you will be asked to answer knowledge questions from varying perspectives within a single area of knowledge. Sometimes you'll compare and contrast perspectives from the same discipline, as similar to my example about biology. And sometimes you'll compare and contrast perspectives from different disciplines, such as my example of astronomy compared to botany. But remember, you'll stay within the same area of knowledge. As the course progresses, we'll open up the exploration and you'll be welcome to explore across a variety of areas of knowledge, but for now, we are narrowing the scope of our discussions. After doing this, you'll find your arguments are more developed and more compelling. Let's take a break and go back to our lesson to take a quick audit of your existing knowledge of frameworks and disciplines.